So here are your notes about the colony of Plymouth. As many of you know, this was where the Pilgrims were, and this is also why we have Thanksgiving and why we're going to be celebrating it. So a group of English separatists called Puritans left England because they wanted freedom. Puritans left England because they wanted freedom of blank. This was a time during history when people wanted to have freedom of religion. They wanted to worship their own way, go to their own church, practice their own faith. And so the Puritans did not want to go to the Church of England. So that's why it says they wanted freedom of religion from King James I, his Church of England. They wanted to have their own way of worship. So they traveled on a ship called the Mayflower and were headed to Virginia to work as indentured servants, like we talked about with Jamestown. And we're going to learn more about that after Thanksgiving. But after a very bad storm, they actually landed north in New England in what we now call the state of Massachusetts. Massachusetts, Massachusetts. The Pilgrims signed a document called the Mayflower Compact, which made the laws for their New English settlement. It's kind of like at the beginning of the year whenever we created our own mission statement. That's very similar to what they did. More than half of the settlers died during that first cold winter, unfortunately. Native Americans, two very famous Native Americans, Squanto and Samoset. Oh my goodness. Squanto and Samoset helped the settlers survive by teaching them how to grow crops, hunt animals, and gather from the surrounding lands. They also showed them how to fish and things like that. They were members of the Wampanoag tribe, or Wampanoag as some people say. And they were also from the eastern woodlands, just like the Algonquin tribe of the Powhatan or Powhatan Native Americans were from the eastern woodlands as well. These natives were just further north. So the Pilgrims and the Native Americans, they gave thanks together during that time, and that is why we now celebrate Thanksgiving, all because of them and them working together. So, and now are known for holding the very first Thanksgiving to celebrate the good harvest. Some now celebrate this same tradition every November to give thanks. And remember, guys, they celebrated for 3 days. And interestingly, we also get 3 days off from school. And it's always celebrated on that last Thursday of November. So y'all enjoy your Thanksgiving. And please make sure you double check your notes about Plymouth. And we'll be learning more next week.